Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's the 163rd episode of Risk On, what may be the greatest show ever about risk. Jason Bartholomew is in Florida. I have Chase Ault in the house here. Skyla, Nick, and Brett. It is the holiday festival, so someone went crazy on Christmas stuff.
I didn't even realize how it looked until we got on camera.
Yep.
I looked at the screen. I was like, oh, my God.
Dow down 500,
Yeah,
tumbles more than 500. S&P sheds 1%. It's been my experience that you do not fight the Fed. Anybody who's out there telling you, oh, this will be different, there'll only be 3 rate hikes is out of their mind. Anytime you just think it's gravitational pull, if the rates are increasing, that's gravity down on the market, and that financial assets come down in value because of it. People are going to prognosticate and say this is a good thing. It's not. Sorry. Once you raise rates, you put gravity on the market. Now, I happen to exercise in the small cap space where it has gotten crushed the last quarter. Stocks are 70, 80% off their high. So I'm not saying we're immune from it, but we look at stocks as if they're ownership of companies. So today, when you saw ALZN's wonderful news, and I want to be clear, it was way above my expectation. I had no idea, other than safety, that we were going to get data that suggested that it was a 50% smaller dose and was as effective as current lithium carbonate, which is toxic. If you read that press release carefully, and I know it's written in legalese and all this other stuff, I am not on the board of directors of ALZN. I am not an officer. I'm not a director. I'm a consultant and the largest shareholder and chairman emeritus, which is quote for I was the founder. We brought in professionals to run that company that are in biotech. My partner, Will Horn, is the chairman, and he has a ton of venture biotech experience because he ran money up in Seattle for a big venture fund. I want to be clear that I don't care where the price was today. I would have much rather been higher, but it's not relevant to me. That was great data. And if you know anything about the lithium market, I suggest you read the Univest report, because the baseline for replacing lithium is the baseline of the margin of safety of why I invested in the first place. The vaccine and all the other treatments from AL001 and AL002 are all icing on the cake with fruits and nuts and cherries. I was so pumped to learn about this last night, and there's not anything anyone can say or tweet or do anything to me where I don't believe in the future of the company. I've always believed that we're a lithium replacement. It was the baseline thoughts I had about the business. The market cap of the company is like $200 million. The space for lithium replacement for treating MS patients, inflammatory issues. Do you know how many people in this country suffer from depression or bipolar? And you know how many people are currently subscribed lithium or other drugs that are toxic? There are doctors out there, and Andy Wu will tell you this, who's on the board, who's a neurologist, that they want to prescribe lithium. But it's a pain to do a blood test. This is great hope, and I'm so... I don't even want to... I can't... I need adjectives to say how pumped I am. I put my money to work today with ALZN. We'll see about that. Form 4 is coming. I am a believer in this space, and you can't say I'm not. Oh, there's a director that sold. Yeah, he's a new director, and he got granted some stock, and he owed taxes. Okay, fine, he had to sell. That's not my problem. Not me. I didn't sell. And so we're going to deal with that Monday, 1 p.m., live on the show. Stefan Jackman, the CEO, where he's going to go over what those results are the best he can legally. We're going to cover the press release. We're going to talk about the future of ALZN Monday. And obviously, we want to pick up coverage. We have Univest, Ascendiant. We need more institutional coverage. I'm confident in the company. I'm very excited. Congratulations to Stefan Jackman, the entire board, the management team of ALZN, the clinical study, the CRO, Art Spalding, everyone involved with that product. This is an independent study. It wasn't Todd Ault's study. It wasn't me just pulling something out of my ass. This was an independent research done and published, and I'm stoked, and I'm thrilled about it. Jason, your thoughts on ALZN? You've known a lot about it for many years. Your thoughts on that report today?
Yeah, I was a proud shareholder. I got to look at that press release early on this morning, and I was like, wow. The thing that really stood out to me was that they could possibly skip phase 2 and phase 3. I'm sure I read that right. Can you confirm that? Did you read that?
So to explain it a little bit, and that is that when you have an existing drug on the market and you get something that is comparable and it's better or has the same characteristics but a different safety profile, then the FDA, there are certain rules in place that allow you by law to move forward in an expeditious manner. And so I'm not going to get into the legalese of what they're going to skip. The press release stands for itself. Read the press release. Use that as your data. But obviously, if they already use lithium, the FDA is saying, okay, well, your lithium is lithium salicylate. This is lithium carbonate. Let's see if you have the same safety profile. And you can have half the dosage with the same results. Then obviously, 1 and 1 can equal 2. There's an opportunity for this drug that is already used, lithium's already used, to skip forward in steps. And obviously, depression, bipolar, PTSD, suicidality, and anti-inflammatory stuff for MS patients. I'm not worried. In fact, I'm so not worried that I was doing some planning last night. I am not worried.
You're doing what?
I was doing a little planning.
Oh.
What's up, Chase?
I wasn't involved.
No, you weren't involved. Yeah, your future inheritance was getting spent, buddy. Anyway.
Good to know. Do I at least get one Ferrari or?
Quiet. There's no Ferraris coming right now. Hey, Skylar, what's up?
Hello. Yeah, I think if anyone's getting a Ferrari, it's going to be him first.
Oh,
for
God.
sure.
There's no Ferraris, guys. Let's not talk like
Yeah,
this.
can we?
We're not
that
spending
was
any
a
money,
joke.
jokester.
Everybody, that was a joke.
It's a joke.
Directly
Yeah, I
from.
know.
Yeah.
It's a joke. I'm very happy with the management team. I'll be with Stefan at the company party. He's flying into Vegas this weekend, and I'll be with him this weekend, and we will have a private dinner, and we'll talk about the future of the company. I'm pretty happy. But you're off to what? You're off to California, right? Mm-hmm. The left coast.
The left coast, certainly. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's gotten pretty nasty.
When
over
you
there.
headed over?
Tuesday evening.
Jason, how long you staying down there? In,
Alt analyst. Look at that.
Alt analyst.
Ooh.
How long you stay? How long you staying down there in Miami?
Why, you miss me?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, come on, Jay.
Okay, so today's the 17th. I'll come back on the 27th. I'll be driving back. I'm going over to Tampa, have Christmas with my crazy uncle and aunt, and that'll be fun. And then I'll make my way back to Las Vegas.
Tampa, right by St. Petersburg. Maybe you should stop by.
If you want to go
plan
take
on
a
it.
peek,
Yeah.
take a peek at the
Lots going on down there. Lots going on down
I'm
there.
good.
at the area.
Yep, for sure. For sure. Definitely. You want to cover the market?
Yeah, I do. I think it's terrible. Yeah.
To start.
It's terrible. I want to say this. Earlier today, ALZN was above $3, and I think Nile hit $1.49. I literally, hey, look who's here.
You brought your
Who's
coffee.
that for?
It's not for me,
Who's
Hey,
here?
look who's here.
sadly.
Hey, no,
Is that
no, stay right
Gary?
there. Come back over here. It's Gary's birthday. Hey, come on, everybody.
that
Let's say
Gary?
happy birthday. Guys, ready?
What? You were
I
right. It is.
fucking knew it.
Let's go.
I
Let's
knew
go.
it.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gary. Look what we got. Happy birthday to you. You gotta be kidding me. We all thought it was tomorrow.
And I
You
was
were
like,
sure of
it's
it.
today. And they were like, it's tomorrow.
I
And I
cannot
was like,
think
it's
of
today.
another thing like that's better than this for you. This is totally you. Anyways, happy birthday, Gary. It's Gary's 65th birthday. Gary, you've been with me since what year? What year did you join me? 1984. No, just kidding.
2008.
Gary Gnu.
Oh my God! Wait. Who said Gary Gnu?
I did.
I used to watch that. That's the Great Space Coaster.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Very
No
good,
one has.
yeah.
No one has ever quoted that to me. Ever. I used to say to my wife, I used to watch the Great Space Coaster. You got to be my age. Gary Gnu, the news with Gary Gnu. Oh my
Yes.
God. Did
The
you,
news.
I'm fucking mesmerized. I cannot believe you just said that. You said Gary Gnu.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh.
Willie's here now?
Yeah, man. Hey, guys.
All right.
I made it.
I
Gnu.
am blown away. Gary, the Great Space Coaster. Wow.
Gary Gnu.
Did you watch that as a kid?
I just remember it. You know, I'm like 3 years younger than you, so we're close. So, yeah.
Oh my God. I can't believe that. Wait. Let's see if they have Gary Gnu. Oh, they do. Oh my
my
God.
God.
Oh God.
Play
Here
it.
we go. Let's go to my screen. Oh my God.
Lactobacillus reuteri that will help you grow
All
a
right,
bigger ball.
hold on.
Not that.
It hurts.
Let's go.
See you, Gary.
Here it is. Listen, look.
Gary, look.
There it is.
Here's Gary Gnu.
Oh,
This
I've never seen this.
Me neither.
This
Yes.
is Gary Gnu, and the No Gnus is Good Gnu Show, the only TV Gnus program guaranteed to contain no Gnus whatsoever. Today, in lieu of Gnus, this Gnu brings you special effects.
Okay, that's funny.
Have
That's
you
good.
ever wondered how they
That's
make it
funny.
snow in the movies or on TV when it's not really snowing? Have you ever wondered that? Well, you see, it isn't really snowing. This isn't real snow. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe it is real.
This
Maybe
is
there's
Gary
a
Gnu.
hole in the
That's
studio
all right, guys.
roof.
I
And
love the
it's
show as a kid. I used to
Now
watch
listen,
it.
Gary Gnu
it's odd
set.
that you should pick
But
that
if the
clip
snow is
because
real
it's
and
snowing
not
where I
a
am right
special
now.
effect.
Gary, happy birthday. Hey, I literally watched that as a kid for sure. Jason, welcome, Willie, by the way. Jason, what's the status of the market, my friend? It looks terrible. You got Bitcoin at 45, 669. I'm actually okay with that. We're profitable.
Yeah.
We're profitable in Bitcoin for so far. We have such margins there that it doesn't. The daily fluctuations don't bother me.
Not bad.
What are your thoughts here on the market?
You know, wait. When bonds go down, I thought the market was supposed to go up. I mean, what the hell's going on here?
Oh,
So,
that's a
uh,
funny comment.
Anyway, people might not know that, but anyway, the bond market was down today. The Dow was down 532, bloodbath, 35,365. S&P down 48 points, down 1%, 4620, and the Nasdaq was down slightly. The Nasdaq was green for a little while today. It was down 10.75 points, 15,169. Silver and gold up again. Actually, gold it's right around 1,800. Silver 2239, copper 428. And it looks like Bitcoin right now is 46,550. What's Ethereum at? Like 38-ish? I didn't look at it. It's usually around 13 or 14 to 1. Ethereum right now is currently 38.78. So keep an eye on that ratio. I like to look at that ratio. How many Ethereum does it take to make a Bitcoin? It's been between 12 and 15. How many ounces of silver does it take to make gold? 80 ounces of silver. That puts silver highly undervalued historically. Keep an eye on
you're
precious
saying
metals.
if I buy 80 ounces of silver, I can squeeze it and it becomes gold?
You could trade it in and put it in your palm versus toting around 80 ounces of silver, which is 5 pounds of silver.
Yeah,
Follow
but
me?
let me be clear on something. Right now on my phone, I'm carrying around my Bitcoin. And no matter how much
Yeah.
Bitcoin I have, it's not any heavier.
Well,
And I can
what
move it
about
to anyone I want to.
What about an EMP attack?
All right, well, don't get technical on me, okay? I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, there's
But it's
all these
technically
things
not
that-
on my Bitcoin. It's not on my phone. It's actually on Coinbase's balance sheet. They could get
Yeah.
attacked and lose my Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Right.
but you could take it offline, cold storage.
Cold storage, right? Hey, speaking of cold storage, Willie, how's it up there in Vancouver?
It is cold storage. It is currently snowing. And I've been running around trying to get a couple of things done before the roads sort of ice over and ice up. It's going to be on and off snow for the next few days, so maybe a white Christmas.
We're gonna get into the NFL in a minute, and Chase is gonna cover that for us. But right now, we're gonna cover the New York report. Like, go to my screen, please. I think this is all right. So I'm gonna speak in an eclectic. I have enough biotech background to be dangerous. So all of you, I hope, follow what I'm about to say to you, and that is, a virus is a living organism that can mutate. And if somehow in the world of Mother Nature, if a virus is highly toxic and kills you, the viruses don't survive. Ebola is not everywhere. And that's because people freak out and they die and they burn the bodies and they don't let it go anywhere, right? The less the virus kills you, the more the virus can survive and spread. So it looks like, and what I'm reading, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I don't have a degree in biotechnology or any of that other stuff, but I have been in this space for a long time. It does look like Omicron or whatever they call it,
Omicron
is way more contagious.
like 70 times more. I heard.
Like way more, but not as deadly. So I think it's unfortunately, time to come to Jesus with that. All of the treatments from Moderna and what's the other one?
Pfizer and
Pfizer.
Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, Pfizer and Johnson Johnson. They're not vaccines. They're lying to you. They're not vaccines. They're therapeutics, and they help you deal with getting it. But you're going to get it. There's no question in my mind. You're going to get COVID now, and it's not only not going to go away. It's going to be with us for a long time.
It's gonna be like the flu.
And what? It's going to be like the flu. And here's why. The people that I know, and I know a substantial amount of people in New York because I lived there for a short time. I do a lot of banking there. In fact, there's a geographical area where almost all the banking I do is within a 1 mile radius. Pretty much. Everyone I know there, except for maybe one female, and I haven't, the results are not in because she told me she had to wait in a 2.5 hour line, so she went home. Everyone I know there has COVID. A dear friend and someone I love very much, as a father figure to me, had just got the monoclonal antibodies this morning. He's a business partner, and he's the one who funded me for almost a lot for ALZN and other things. He has COVID. He's been vaccinated twice and had a booster. One of my outside counsels, him and his whole family, been vaccinated, all have COVID. It is rampant and out of control.
Yeah.
Can we go back to my screen real quick? New York State reports the highest number of daily COVID cases of the entire pandemic, more than 21,000. Every banker I'm friends with, all of my friends have COVID in New York. All of them. Every single person. I think that affects the market. But cooler heads should prevail. If you have the therapeutic, which is from Moderna and Johnson Johnson and Pfizer, you seem to have milder case of COVID, and in fact, it's generally mainly cold with some symptoms that suck.
I've heard a harsh
Right.
cold, but yeah.
I have a colleague of mine
Yeah.
who had COVID in September and now has COVID again.
What?
Right? Yep.
Yeah,
Wow,
you can get
wow.
it more than once.
Had
for
COVID
sure.
in
And they
September.
just shut the borders down up here again too.
Right. So we're going to have to figure out that shutting it down is not going to work.
Well, it's always 4 weeks too late.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, let's shut
Yeah,
it down.
right?
Sorry, man. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing that they're going to shut it down. I haven't heard anybody saying that right now. I think they're.
You can't
they've come to
shut.
the
You
same
can't shut the.
conclusion,
You
too.
can't shut the economy down. It's not going to happen.
No, there's no way.
No,
you
not-
can
we're not
get
going
away
to-
with trying it once, but you're never going to get away with trying it again. It's just not going to happen.
So I don't know why the market seems to be like this, has this heavy drag, but there's a heavy drag. I notice, Jason, for the most part, there's kind of no bids right now. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's hot potato. Nobody holds. It's like scalping for pennies,
Yeah, but
hitting
that's-
some size.
That all of that hurting the I mean, I know it's reality, but that's sort of like, running out of toilet paper on the store shelves again. Like, didn't we learn from this once before?
Well, there's actually very low stock right now, like in stores. I mean, assume that has something to do
Jason
with
predicted
Christmas
it.
Too,
There's no cream
but-
cheese. I just want to
Yeah,
say for the
there's-
record, Kraft, I'm so disappointed in you.
No salmon cream cheese.
There's no salmon cream cheese. It's my favorite. I can't get it anywhere. And now I have to resort to onions and chive.
Well, and for sure, if you get
Do you
salmon
feel-
and
do
cream
you feel
cheese,
bad
you're gonna
for me?
need the toilet paper.
Do you feel
Salmon,
bad for me that we're
cream
having
cheese.
onions and chive?
I feel very little sympathy.
You have no sympathy for me.
none.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to this. Chase is going to update us on what's on the screen real quick. The NFL seems to have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Ooh.
Your
Did
thoughts
you see
here?
Harnum yesterday?
Well, I mean, what'd you say, Willie?
No, go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory there. I mean, I've been reading that, like I told Jason before the show, a lot of sports betting services are canceling. They're not letting any betting take place on any of these games because you can't give a line on a game that, 20 starters are out. This just doesn't work. It's chaos, like Jason said, and they're gonna feel the effects of it. I mean, they didn't do a bubble. It's not really feasible for them to do a bubble like the NBA. In the beginning of COVID. Or was that the beginning? I can't remember when that was. End of 2020. Wow.
You know
That was-
when
that was a
COVID
long
happened,
time
it's
ago.
already going to be 3 years ago when COVID started. What?
Well, no,
we're-
not 3.
No.
Yeah, once we get to 2022.
No, that's
no,
not.
that's not how it works.
It
COVID
started in 2020.
People are
and so
going to
that's
say that,
2
but
years.
it's a misnomer.
It started at the end of 2019.
There's calendar dates. We'll begin our 3rd year, and the media does that for sensationalism. It's like saying that I've been with my wife for 20 years. I haven't.
We
okay?
shut down in March of
We
2020.
shut down in
March 2020.
March of 2020. COVID was discovered sometime in late 19. That's why they call it COVID-19. But it was December. So if you're right now at here, where it's 21, that's 2 years. You're going to go into your 3rd year.
Okay.
So if you want to be technical, we're starting our 3rd year.
Okay.
Either way, the NFL, they're struggling, as you can see. So we'll
more
see
than
what they
100
do.
NFL players reportedly have tested positive for coronavirus. The entire Cleveland Browns.
You know
Now,
what
I
it-
want to say for the record, I was born in Cuyahoga Falls, not in Cleveland. And I know that it's like a travesty when I say this. I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, not a Cleveland Brown fan. Have not really been a fan for one day of my life. Although I did like Bernie Kosar. I was actually a Cincinnati Bengal fan for a while because I knew Isaac Curtis, and my parents adopted Adrian Montgomery, who was related to Wilbert Montgomery and Isaac Curtis in the NFL. My mom, so he was a stepbrother of mine because he was adopted. Is that right, stepbrother? When you call it adopted brother?
Well, yeah.
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 They took care of him for a while. I loved Adrian. I hope
But
he's
I
well.
mean, theoretically, if somebody's mom marries another person that has kids, she doesn't have to adopt those kids. They're automatically, step siblings.
Yeah. You got it right. And we're not going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, what NFL team have I liked? I pretty much have liked the Steelers my whole life. In
Cowboys.
fact, I could argue that I love Terry Bradshaw, Jack Lambert,
Cowboys.
Webster, Lynn Swan, James Starwell. We could just go on forever. I think I know the whole team. Rocky
Cowboys.
Blyer, Franco Harris. Anyway, Jason, it turns out that you're a Pittsburgh Steeler fan too.
Absolutely. Been a Steelers fan forever since I was 5 years
is this
old.
Big Ben's last season?
He's been done for a while.
I love
Yeah.
Big Ben. I love Big Ben. I know he's trying to hang on, but he's not Tom Brady, who seems to be invincible.
Did you see the interview of Tom Brady where he talked about how one day he doesn't want to retire because one day he feels like he's going to be sitting on his couch and watching football and just saying these guys suck, and
I saw
knowing he
that.
could be better than them? You
I
saw
think
that
he's not
interview?
retiring. He's like the madman. And I guess if you're married to Giselle Bundchen, you wouldn't retire either, right?
I don't know. I'd probably
Well,
want
what
to
would
spend
you
a
be
lot of time
doing?
with her.
Yeah, but what would you be doing? She's married to Tom Brady, the quarterback. Whatever.
What do you think? He just disappears?
Oh, I don't know. So I think, Jason, that the COVID outbreak is going to scare people. It's going to, and their media is going to get all crazy. But really, what we have now is a mutated flu. Thoughts?
I don't really care. It doesn't bother me at all. People are scared for no reason, in my opinion.
Well, I know, but
Well,
we're looking
some
for your
people are
input,
dying.
Jason. I know you don't care, but we're looking for your input about what you think it's doing to the market. So you're saying, for you, do you agree or disagree with me that people are going to overreact? You're not going to overreact, but people.
course.
Okay.
think majority
The
of
sheep
people
get-
are gonna overreact.
The sheep are easily herded. The sheep will be herded, and they will be convinced, controlled. They will be manipulated. You know this. It's just like anything in life. Like when the majority of the people are going one way, a lot of times it's very profitable to be contrarian. That goes in sports betting. It goes in life. It goes in everything. Market. It's really crazy. I've seen this for 2 years. Joe Rogan is totally red pilled. If you just watch Joe Rogan, you'll hopefully get some sense knocked into you, because Rogan was a liberal, more of a moderate, middle of the road. Watch his show now and then go back and watch it a year ago.
It's
I
true.
feel
surprised.
like I need one of those CNN breaking news. Like everything is breaking news, by the way, at CNN. Breaking news, CNN.
Yeah.
We have no viewers. I'm sorry. Breaking news. Bitcoin regained 47,000 just now.
Aren't you over COVID? Like, aren't you just over it?
I'm over it. I
So
could care
over
less,
it.
but I care because my friends all have it in New York, so I have to care, right?
Well, I mean,
And-
I'd prefer if you cared so that you didn't get it.
Yeah,
Just,
for
you
sure.
know.
Cathie Woods. Jason,
I'd
your
prefer
thoughts
that.
on Cathie Woods? Can we go to the screen real quick?
Ark Invest getting killed.
Can we go to my screen
You
real
wanna-
quick?
You definitely fade her.
Ark getting killed. She's
Cathie
like Jim
Woods
Cramer.
says, stay the course.
Yeah.
As Ark Innovation loses a fifth of the value, the truth will win out. The truth will reveal itself over time.
Wait, can we talk about she's turning into the new Jim Cramer, which I don't know if you've seen
No.
every single one of his calls this entire year. The lowest one is down only 52% from when he recommended it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a whole list of calls from Jim Cramer that with some of them are down 80%.
I always see him as pretty smart.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Have you not seen his
Dude.
comments lately? The
He's
government
terrible.
can enforce you to do anything.
Todd, he wants the military to come to my house and inject me.
I mean, dead serious. He's been
There's,
a little
did-
weird
there's
lately.
an academic that says Bitcoin may not
Oh,
last much
An
longer.
academic.
Yeah. Okay. The last
This
time I
is-
listened to a guy who about the stock market who was an academic. Yeah.
I saw an academic the other day say that inflation doesn't affect the poor and middle class.
Yeah. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, inflation is a good thing. Yeah, okay.
What's that PhD for?
Was the Southwest Gary Kelly test positive? So he was at a Senate panel. He was talking at the Senate panel. Now he has COVID. This is one of my favorite headlines, and I think I'll save it forever because I get my ass. The regulators, all these people on there saying shit about me. You have no idea how much I have to watch what I say and save every email and blah, 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 and how we have so much compliance here at BitNile and Alt & Company and Alt Alliance. I mean, we save emails and have storage, and they're up my ass. I mean, literally, when people say, Todd Ault said this, you guys have no idea how much I have to be censored. I mean, this show is like makes them all want to fucking cringe. They're like, Todd may say something that's, I'm trying to be transparent. That's the whole point. Some jackass this morning on Twitter said, you sure talk a lot on Twitter and trade a lot and invest a lot, and you're the CEO of a company. And then another guy said, he's not the CEO. I said, well, dude, hello, I'm not the CEO of the companies. I'm the CEO of Alt & Company, the private firm that has ownership of a lot of these companies, and some of them are public and private. Read before you talk, my friends. Read. But let's go to the screen. JP Morgan hit with a $200 million fine for letting employees use WhatsApp to avoid regulators' reach.
Well, that's like a really small fine, I feel like, in their world. Sorry, I might be a little foggy, but I don't know how long this is going to go on for.
All I can say
What
is
that?
bravo,
I don't know.
JP Morgan. Because that, I think you just lost maybe an hour of revenue.
Yeah.
JP Morgan, let me tell you something. If I did that, they would fucking hang me. Cut off my head, try to fry my brains. But JP Morgan, $200 million fine.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Jason?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They get fines for manipulating the silver precious metal market. But it's just worth it to pay the fines. Just pay the fines.
They
and
make
keep
so much
manipulating.
money doing it. Yeah, we had this conversation a
The
little while back, Jay.
The SEC announced that Friday that J.P. Morgan Securities admitted to bookkeeping failures and agreed to pay $125 million fine. The regulators, another regulator, Commodities Trade Futures, they had to pay them $75 million. J.P. Morgan said it acknowledged from at least 2018 to November 2020, its employees used personal devices to send texts, WhatsApp messages, and emails about company business. Even the managers and senior personnel responsible for compliance use their personal devices to communicate sensitive business matters, the SEC said. They would fry my ass. Are you kidding? Okay. All right. There's no double standard. You're right. There's no double standard. Do you think anybody at JP Morgan paid for that? Like any manager was thrown out of the business or had to serve a suspension? Blah, 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 blah. No.
Speaking about double standards, how about Pocahontas against Elon Musk on Twitter? You want to talk about that?
Oh, I do. Let's
get into it.
Let's get
talk
into
about this the other day, right, Jace?
Yeah, Pocahontas, who declared herself a percentage of, now this is true, a percentage of Native American in order to obtain federal grants growing up. She was awarded that federal money, the old free tax money from fellow Americans. And come to find out, she did a Native American test to see what kind of blood she had in her system. And I believe, Todd, you or me probably have just as much Native American blood as she does. So I think it's hilarious, the double standard that's involved. And then let's get into that. And Nancy Pelosi, how she said, well, we're not going to really do anything about Congress trading stocks. We're just going to continue to do that.
Jason, tell me you're a great day trader, Pelosi Capital Management, without telling me you're a great day trader.
Yeah. I mean, look at the...
This is a free country.
Yeah.
They should be able to participate. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Pelosi Capital Management incoming.
Yeah.
I have to say that when I passed my Series 7 and I was getting all of the other stuff, when I started reading the rules and what Congress was allowed to do in terms of trading, it was if I did just once, I would be screaming like Todd. If I did just once what they do daily, I would be in prison for years and years and years. I mean, it's unbelievable what they can get away with. And then they actually changed this around a few years ago. They actually took those privileges away and then very quietly reinstituted them on like a weekend and gave all of those privileges back. So they had the appearance of cleaning up the hypocrisy, and then turned around and very quietly gave it back in a session along with a whole bunch of other things. I think it's insane what they do.
It's okay. If I knew that, Pfizer, if I knew 2 years ago that Pfizer was going to do $3 billion in revenue from one little shot, then I probably would have bought it too.
So I say shame on Senator Warren. Literally at this point, whatever, I'll bring up to my screen. Are you really calling Elon Musk a freeloader? You're disgusting. This guy employs more people in California, has created so much innovation in this world. A freeloading billionaire that's going to pay $12 billion in taxes. If I were a Democrat and I saw this, I'd be disgusted with Elizabeth Warren. I would be. Elon Musk is whining like a little baby. He has tens of millions of Twitter followers. Literally, they're trying to get you to... Really? Elon Musk, who follows the law, it's time for taxing the wealth, made $200 billion in the pandemic. No, he didn't. He made $200 billion over investments over a period of decades. This is such a scumbag move
All of it
on
after 40.
anybody who's involved with this. Scumbag. And this is Elon Musk's tweet. This is such a deeply messed up lie to the American people. She is the one freeloading off taxpayers. While I pay the largest amount in taxpayer in individual history, is Senator Warren really someone you want to be a U.S. Senator? I literally cannot believe that they put this out. Honestly, if you're a Democrat and you see this and you remotely think, what, you don't want people to be successful? This guy took his own capital at risk. At one point, you should look up a documentary about Elon Musk. He took every bit of his money. He had no money left. Yes, he made money off of PayPal. He took all of it and put it into 2 companies, SpaceX and Tesla. And when Tesla was out of money before they got the loan from the government, which they paid back in full with interest.
And they don't take any
Correct.
more subsidies.
And they don't take
do they?
subsidies from the government. Granted, I know there's tax credits. That's a different conversation. But they're taking advantage of what the government gives them. He's going to pay $12 billion in taxes this year. $12 billion. The largest tax bill ever paid by an individual, and she attacks this guy who creates jobs. Senator Warren, I don't know what jobs you create. In fact, I can rest assured, I've been to your state. I don't think you create any jobs. I don't think you can directly say you're creating jobs. What's up?
What's happening?
I don't know.
We're paused.
Somehow your email is showing or something. I don't know.
Who's email?
Okay, go off the screen. Okay, so listen, this thing with Elon Musk is disgusting. Senator Warren is a propagandist, and she is attacking people. She's attacking the wrong people because I think the American people are going to figure out that what if they got wealthy? Maybe they have a hope of trying to do what Elon Musk does, or they have a dream that their kids can do this. And I don't. What do I say here, Jason? What do you think?
Well, the hypocrisy is crazy because, as she rides off on her private jet, why doesn't she fly commercial? I mean, let's take a look at her real estate portfolio. Let's take a look at what she's doing. She's accumulating wealth on the back of taxpayers in a congressional, in a Senate seat. I mean, it's funny because you could talk about all the people that go into government to be public servants. Let's take a look at their net worth before they go in, and let's take a look at their net worth upon exit. There's a reason that there's no term limits. There's a reason there's no term limits because they are there, and between all the sweetheart deals they get, lobbyists doing, alleged kickbacks, information in the market to, how do they get outside the money call options on Amazon, big time YOLOs on the beast, and then all of a sudden, COVID hits and everything's shut down, and they look like heroes because they're like 9 months or a year outside the money calls with huge alpha. I mean, all these things that go on in DC are ridiculous. The '08 housing collapse, they didn't feel anything in Northern Virginia and DC when the housing collapse occurred. They just kept right on steamrolling, man. It's just, I don't even want to get into it.
I mean, Jason, you have just hit on one of the things that I have been just like grinding my teeth over for years, which is that there's name somebody that went into politics that didn't come out of it a multi-millionaire. I mean, I don't know the person that went in and actually said, oh, being a public servant in Washington literally drained my capital from me. They
don't exist anymore.
They don't exist. I mean, this whole thing, and that's what absolutely slays me about the rules and like, especially when you look at somebody like Todd, or let's say Elon Musk, anybody who is creating the economy that we're all living off of. They're really boosting it and helping it. And then these guys go back in and they start saying, oh, well, we're going to regulate this and that. That was that article that I sent you the other day where it's just like, it drives me absolutely insane that anybody who goes to Washington, and it doesn't really make any difference for how long. One term is long enough for them to come out and be substantially more wealthy than when they walked in. It just drives me insane.
Nancy Pelosi makes $200,000 a year and has a net worth of $120 million.
Well, she's also married to the guy who runs Pelosi Capital Management. Hey, everybody! Everybody, this is a show about risk. And why am I bringing up Elon Musk? Elon Musk took the ultimate risk, and for the last decade, I'm going to say this for the fact, he's definitely going to get the Risk On Award at our show that is going to be held at the Paris Hotel, the May 12th through the 15th. It's at the Paris Hotel. We'll have a website up about that shortly. We have lots of guest speakers. I wonder if there'll be a sailor in the house. Any chance that people that are sailors could be there? We know that, what? Oh, you don't like that example? Have I disappointed you? I didn't say
I can only say that there would be sailors.
Hold on
No,
a
that
second.
was hilarious.
I didn't say there would be sailors, but there's a chance that people from the Navy will be there.
semen.
I have run
Some
that
semen.
flag up the flagpole to see which.
Hey! Don't go there.
Some
There
semen.
definitely will be semen at the show.
There will be a lot of semen at the show.
Oh my God.
They're called
when
semen,
was the last
Skylar.
time we
Semen.
saw
Semen, like-
Paris?
Yeah, but the way he said it,
Yeah,
and the way you
semen.
said it was very different.
No, it's Navy. God, get your mind
the
out of the
same
gutter.
thing.
God, Navy SEALs are seamen.
They are semen.
Yeah,
Semen.
and there's
From
there's
start to
always a lot
finish.
of semen in Paris.
For sure. Jason,
I mean, that's-
Jason, you'll be
Todd.
there. You'll be there, right?
Yeah, Todd. Can we change gears 1 second?
Sure.
No more semen talk.
I'm getting questions. Can we talk about Alt Disruptive Technologies, a blank check company that's sponsored by?
Oh, we had a
forgot we
$100
had another
million
IPO.
SPAC this week.
Can we talk about that for a minute? I'm getting
Yes.
questions about the structure.
Oh.
It's a subsidiary of BitNile Holdings. All the good stuff.
Let's talk.
Can we talk about that?
What do you want to say about it?
Well, I don't think people understand. I'm getting questions. Hey, how does the SPAC? How does that affect BitNile? How does that affect Alt Alliance? They're a little bit confused about how this is actually how it went public, what the structure is. And,
Okay,
how
it's
it
really
can-
it's really simple.
Yep.
BitNile, which used to be called All Global, is the sponsor. So they got about 20% of the equity, which I think is about 2,875,000 shares. So at today's value, $10, about $28 million worth of stock. It's clear what we put in, not really hard to follow. I would encourage you to read the SEC filings, but just think about us as having a hunting license now. I'm going to pull up the thing. Can you go to my screen real quick? So what you see here is ADRTU. The units trade together for the first like 30 to 90 days, then they'll separate. There'll be a publicly traded ADRT, and ADRTW. And I have, with the team, we have approximately 18 months to go identify a company. We'll buy something in the $200 million to $800 million range. And we will use this blank check company that's on the New York Stock Exchange to acquire a company. And that company will take over as Alt Disruptive Technologies, rename it, symbol, and that's what SPACs do. They're acquisition vehicles, special purpose acquisition corporations. We raised $100 million. I'm told it was oversubscribed, so probably $115 million. We'll see when we report on that in a couple days. So Alt Global / BitNile was the sponsor. So let's say, for example, I'm going to give you really rough numbers. I'm not suggesting you buy or sell securities here. I'm simply giving you an idea of how a SPAC works. So let's say that there's $100 million in the SPAC. We go acquire a company, and we acquire them for $800 million. We issue them 80 million shares of stock at $10. They are going to get a portion of the proceeds that are left that aren't redeemed from the $100 million. And then there will be warrants and stock, and it'll change the symbol and name. The company will merge. And after that, BitNile / Alt Alliance, because Alt Alliance is being spun out, will have shares in that company. And after 6 months, we're allowed to sell them. So if the stock's $10, minus what we put in it, we'll have something like $30 million plus warrants. And so we make a profit. Think of it like a private equity investment banking type of transaction. We make a profit on finding. Now, why would we do this? We at Alt & Company / BitNile Holdings now and Alt Alliance, we get deal flow all the time, and we've learned that people aren't really properly valuing, in our opinion, the holdings we have. So we've separated internally. We've said BitNile is going to be the explosive growth of the internet, DeFi, and data. And over here on the right side, we're going to have the sort of old line, boring cash flow generation that is Alt Alliance.
Only boring to some. Mind
Not
you.
boring to
Yes.
me. I love the business.
Chase,
Right? I keep
I'm with
buying
you,
more.
Chase. I'm with you.
Let's make sure
So
that's
we
noted.
decided to separate those. So when we talk to companies from time to time, they don't want to be part of a holding company. They have their own their own entrepreneurship, their own vision for the company. They want it to be named after them or some other name that they came up with. They develop some sort of technology, advanced material sciences, some sort of chemical, new drug, new software, and they want to be an independent company public, but they want our help because for 32 years, I know a lot of people on Wall Street. I know people at Goldman Sachs all the way down to the smallest brokerage firm. I got a lot of connections there. I've been at it for 32 or 33 years. I think even Chase, when you joined me, you were surprised at how many people I knew.
No.
You weren't surprised?
No.
You knew I knew all of them?
Yes.
Oh.
I was not surprised. I think I met, I was in a meeting at Mark Rowan's firm when I was 17.
That's right. Yeah. Apollo Capital.
Or
Apollo
18,
Management, right?
Whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that I was in syndicate at Dean Witter, and I ran a hedge fund for many years, and I have a lot of colleagues I know on Wall Street. And even though I operate in the small caps universe, I know the big cap players too. And so now I have firepower with my team, like Jason, Patrick, who works with us, people to refer, Chris,
Jonathan
Wu,
now.
Chris Wu, Jonathan. Chris Wu is from Teneo. He has great deal flow.
And JP Morgan as well.
Yeah, he was at JP Morgan.
Jonathan, sorry.
And Jonathan has a stellar background too, Karl Marx and stuff. So now we have the firepower to go acquire a business, and BitNile / Alt Alliance still benefits, but they have independence and they're public. And so we can do transactions now where they don't have to be owned by us, but we can have a little sliver of them and make what they call the carried interest or the profit. Jason, is that a good enough answer for you? Because yes, anybody out there saying that it doesn't benefit BitNile is unfortunately uneducated or doesn't read.
Well, let's just call them uninformed.
Okay, sorry. Anyone who says that it doesn't benefit BitNile is uninformed and shouldn't comment. Well, no, it's free country. Anyone who doesn't understand it from BitNile is uninformed, and I won't say anything else.
Shouldn't speculate.
Well, they're speculating and saying whatever they want because they can just do it on the internet and say whatever they want and have no consequences. So,
exactly why
I know some guy close to me said, "Don't respond to the haters," and I'm not responding to the haters. I even said I don't think I have any. Jason, do you believe that?
The haters. No, you're always going to have haters because haters are too sedentary. They're too lazy. They're not motivated enough to get out there and do something in the private sector or just do something positive in life, for that matter. But the SPAC sector is highly. There's an appetite for shorts to recently pile into the SPAC sector for sure. I think, in my opinion, a target is very critical. What sector it is in. So yeah, there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes, and now that you have an understanding of what the SPAC is, I think some of you will. It was a good question for sure. I think that helped some of you. So
let me be excited to end on this note. Skylar, get your joke out of the way because we're going to end this conversation.
All right. What did the hat say to the scarf?
What?
You hang around and I'll go on ahead.
Nice. That's a dad joke.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on.
That's definitely a dad joke.
Oh, evil Morty. Okay. Sorry,
Hey guys,
I just needed to hear that.
I want to talk about this week. $50 million buyback put in place at BitNile. 593 new miners instead of 300. Nice job, Jason. Nice job.
Go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. BitNile, Bitmain, continue that relationship. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
That puts us
a recommendation, by the way, from Ascendiant with a $6 target on Nile. $100 million IPO of a SPAC where we raised $100 million. Wonderful data from ALZN. This is going to be a great Christmas. Please, everyone, be safe out there. COVID is everywhere in New York. I think it's going to spread all over the place. Everyone have a safe time. We're going to be at the company Christmas party on the 19th. I'll see everyone here who's at the Christmas party, who's not. We love you. I know that since we're spread out in 3 countries and have more than 100, 200 employees, you're not all going to be with us, but happy holidays. We'll see everyone on Monday. It was a great week. I realize the stock prices don't reflect that, but I'm still here. Love you guys.
Yeah, man.
Jason, love you, man. Willie, you know I love you. Skyla, I love you. Chase, I love you. Nick and Brett, I like you a lot. I don't know that love is there, but we're close. We're close. I'll see you guys.
See you guys.